morning and welcome to the new vlog. This is actually a part 2, so if you missed part 1 that would have been up last week and you can go back and watch it. In part 1 we were exploring Waterton National Park in Canada, and then we crossed the border into Yellowstone National Park, spent a few days there, and then we travelled down to Yellowstone, which is where we are now. So this is the second part of the vlog in Yellowstone. I think in this vlog we're going to be doing Yellowstone today and then travelling down into the Tetons and doing Grand Tetons National Park. I split it into 2 because it was getting pretty long, but I'm still working on the same crochet project, which is the Yvette vest. Let me go get that for you and show you it. In the last part of the last vlog I was actually frogging some of it because I had made the armholes too big, so last night I worked on that again. So I have done the increases a little bit sooner, and I've got to work on the back still, so we're a little bit further behind than I was before. But I'm really happy with it and I'm really liking the colours in it. That is good, and it's a really fun pattern to work. I love the moss stitch in it. So today we're going to be going to the Grand Prismatic Spring and another geyser, still don't know how to pronounce it, which goes off every 19 minutes. You should probably know the Grand Prismatic Spring if you know anything about Yellowstone, because that is the big colourful hot spring that they have here, so quite excited to see that. So yeah, come with us. Good evening. So today we went to visit Grand Prismatic Spring, which is the big famous hot springs of Yellowstone, and we also went to Old Faithful, which is also the famous geyser here. So that was really cool to see. I think the Grand Prismatic Spring was probably my favourite of the 2. It was just really beautiful. We did the boardwalk first, so we walked around the base of it basically, and it was really beautiful. You couldn't see the colours too much from the bottom. You could see them a little bit, but you could see all the textures and stuff in the surrounding area around the spring. And then we did a little hike up to the viewpoint, which is just kind of above it, and you can see down and you can just see the colours, and it just looks like all the typical photos, and it's really, really incredible to see. We just stayed there for a little while watching it, seeing all the steam coming off it and all the colours, and we were super lucky to have a sunny day today, which is great because that's when the colours pop the most. So we really, really enjoyed that. And then in the afternoon we went to go see the geyser. Geyser. I keep saying geyser. Geyser. I went to see the geyser. So we went to see the geyser, and about 3 o'clock, I think that's when it went off. It goes off every 90 minutes, so you're always kind of guaranteed to see it if you stick around for a little while. So that was really cool to see. It was a little bit quieter than I was expecting. Like, it was very busy, that's not what I'm saying, but the actual geyser itself, as it was going off, was pretty quiet. But it was pretty tall, and it was quite cool to see. I've seen a few before in Iceland and then one in New Zealand as well, but I think this is probably the biggest one I've seen, so that was really nice to see. And now we are camped up at this really, really nice dispersed camping, freedom camping spot. It's by a lake, although the lake's kind of far away at the minute, kind of in the middle of nowhere. We had to drive down a long gravel road to get to this point, and I'm pretty tired and I've been doing a lot of driving over the past few days. So I'm happy to be here and relaxing, but we're just parked up in the woods, which is really nice. And we're going to play a game of Catan on the iPad, which I'm looking forward to. And of course, I'll be doing a bit of crochet. Tim is cooking tonight, so I'll be able to get some crochet done, which is good. And yeah, I think that's about it, but it's been an incredible time in Yellowstone. Today was our last day. We're actually out the park now, and yeah, I highly recommend it. I know it's one of the big ones that everyone knows about. It's also a really good one if you're like less into your hiking, because everything is basically boardwalked apart from the hike that we did on the first day. It's mostly just been driving around, which I've not enjoyed the driving bit, but it is all easily accessible, which is great. And as you've seen, the wildlife is just incredible. So I loved it. Happy to be heading to the Grand Tetons next. We are camped somewhere randomly in between the two of them. There's not much distance between them, and we have found basically the only bit of national forest where we can park for free there. So yeah, I'm gonna chill with Tim, have some drinks and snacks, do a bit of crochet, play a game, have some fun. Good evening. It's now like 7 p.m. and I'm about to start cooking. I haven't done any recordings, any chatty bits today, but what started off as a bit of a gloomy, boring day actually turned out to be quite a nice, relaxing day, which has been good. Although this morning I did accidentally hit a tree with our wing mirror and have broken it, so that is fun. But apart from that, we've had quite a nice day. We've entered Grand Tetons National Park and we've just kind of been chilling there. We're just on the outskirts now, camped up for the night. But today we tried to spot some beavers by a river, and I mean, we didn't see any, but it was really nice, and I had a phone call with my sister there, which was really, really lovely. I haven't spoken to her in ages, and it's always a nice fun chat with her, so she put me in a better mood for the afternoon. And then we have literally just been chilling at the lodge there, having a beautiful view over the fields and seeing the incredible mountains of the Grand Tetons, which is not really something that we do. The drinks there were super expensive and we're normally pretty budget, but it was really, really nice just to chill there and use the Wi-Fi, play some games, and I uploaded my second YouTube video, which is exciting. Go and watch that if you haven't. That is the sawtooth video, so that was quite exciting. But yeah, so I'm gonna cook us tofu sisig for dinner tonight. Sisig is a Filipino dish and I'm veganizing it by making it with tofu. I've been meaning to make this for ages and I finally got around to doing it, so that's what I'm gonna do here. But yeah, it's got pretty cold now. It feels suddenly very autumnal. A lot of the trees are going nice and red and orange, which is really, really beautiful. But it does mean that I am in all of my layers and my thermals, which is not so fun, but I take these off. But yeah, so I'm gonna cook now and enjoy the view outside. Good morning. It is a really beautiful, crisp autumnal morning this morning. I got out and took a few videos as the sun was just rising over the valley and it looks stunning. All the trees down there are yellow leaved now, which is so, so nice. And today we're going to be hiking up to Surprise Lake and Amphitheatre Lake, and I think there's another lake that we can hike to. It's an unofficial trail and it's not even on all trails, but the woman at the visitor centre recommended it and we've had someone else recommend it as well. So we're going to see what it's like and see if we want to hike that. But that is the plan for the day. It's a really nice sunny day, but it is still pretty freezing. We've currently got the heating on and I'm in my big thick jumper, but hopefully it will warm up as we are hiking, and I'm quite excited for it. The hike itself I think is 900 meters elevation and 16 kilometers, not including the extra bit that we might do. So yeah, come with us, see how it goes. Hello, I am now on the hike. I'm actually halfway down the hike, but Tim has gone off on a bit of a diversion up to Delta Lake, which is like an unmaintained steep trek up to Delta Lake. I decided not to go because I'm feeling pretty tired and I don't really like a scrambly hike. I like my feet to be firmly on the ground. So I've left him to go and do that on his own. That'll probably take him less than an hour and a half, I think. Probably like an hour and a quarter maybe. So I am sitting here and I'm doing just a little bit of crochet. I've actually got a new project that I've just started. Not that I've finished the old project, but I wanted something light that I could carry on this hike with me, so I could just bring a hook in the yarn, and I didn't have the rest of all the stuff that I'd already made from the Yvette vest. So I am using the Hobby Friends Cotton 8/4 in this beautiful colour, Eucalyptus, and this is what I've done so far. I am following Hey Hey Crochet's YouTube tutorial on how to make the hexagon cardigan, because I really want to make a hexagon cardigan out of this beautiful colour. So that is what I am starting now. I'm using a 3.5mm hook, so it might take a long time to make this. I have 12 balls of this wool and hopefully that will be enough. If not, I can always order more, but it's quite hard on the road to order things, especially when you don't know how long it's going to take. I probably don't want to be ordering anything from Europe to the US at the minute because of tariffs, but we'll see. But anyway, that is what I've got. And I'm just going to sit here and work on that while I wait for Tim. Thankfully the sun is out now. It was quite a grey and cold morning. If it gets quite cold, I'll probably just walk down to the van. So the reason that I've been feeling really tired today and haven't gone up with Tim is because last night we had another mouse in our van overnight, which is really horrible. They're always really noisy and disrupt our sleep a lot. They usually just run around on the floor and don't really get into any of our food, which is good, but they always make a lot of noise and disturb us. So the other day we went and bought a few traps, just some little humane traps that like don't kill them, they just trap them. So we put a little bit of peanut butter in one, and last night the little mouse got into the trap. So he was being quite noisy in the trap trying to get out, so we put the little trap outside so that he wouldn't get back into the van that night. And then this morning we released him and it was very sweet. He was so little. Concentrating on my crochet. But yeah, I took a little video of him coming out. He was pretty nervous to come out, and then when he did, he just like ran off as fast as he could. He was so tiny and so cute. You feel bad for not wanting them in your van, but they're also massive pests. But anyway, as we are camping in their territory, we definitely don't, well, we don't want to kill them anyway, but we definitely don't want to put any poison down or anything, or any little traps that kill them, because I'd rather just release them back into their own territory once we have left, so they can't get back into the van. So that's anyway why I'm so tired today. But I'm really enjoying this crochet. It's going quite fast actually. I think the granny stitch is just a fast stitch, which is nice. Have I finished this round? Yes. But yeah, that was my mouse story from last night. is very cold. We've just been out for sunrise with an incredible view of the Tetons, which was really, really lovely. It's quite cold. My nose is freezing. I've got so many layers on, it is kind of ridiculous, but I am toasty, which is good. Yeah, that's all I have to say on the morning. Today we are going to be hiking somewhere from, I think it's Jenny Lake. It's about a 9-kilometer hike, so it's not going to be too long of a hike today. Then I'm not sure what we're going to do after that, but that is this morning's plans at least. I'm going to take some layers off now that I'm back inside, and we can have breakfast and a shower. Good afternoon. So as I said earlier, we went for our walk around Jenny Lake to Inspiration Point, which was really, really nice. It got pretty busy, I think, when we got to Inspiration Point and the waterfalls, I think, because people get the boat across from there, but apart from that it was quite nice and quiet, and we got really nice views of the lake, which was really nice. And actually on our way to Jenny Lake from the sunrise spot, we saw 2 male moose. Like, I don't know if they were rutting or what, because it was very tame of them. They were very gentle with each other, but they were clashing heads, and it was so cool to see. They were such like big dark moose, unlike kind of the other moose that we've seen so far on the trips. That was really, really cool. And then we did the hike and had lunch, and then we actually drove to Jackson and did a little bit of food shopping, filled up with fuel, and went to a brewery for Tim because he had a beer the other day from them and absolutely loved it. So we went to their brewery, which was nice. And now we're back in the Tetons National Park by some random barn that Tim wants to do some astrophotography with tonight. I'm not really sure. It's Mormon Row. So we're at Mormon Row, and there's a big barn, and you've got the beautiful view of the mountains behind us, which is cool. But we do have a signal here, so I'm going to watch some Sewing Bee. Mum texted me last night saying that the final had happened, so I want to make sure I'm doing some catching up with that before I see any spoilers, because I'm pretty far behind, I think. And I'm going to get on with my Yvette vest crochet as well. I really want to get that finished soon. I'm just working on kind of the length of it, and it's getting a little bit monotonous. This is the bit where there's nothing interesting happening. You're just going round and round and round. But hopefully it will be done soon, so I'll be getting on with that now. Good morning. It's been another absolutely freezing sunrise here, but it's absolutely beautiful. We've come to Mormon Row, which is where we were last night as well, with the cool barns and stuff, for Tim to do some astrophotography and some photography this morning of the sunrise, which was really, really nice. It was just really cold. And now we've had breakfast with the view, and we're going to drive on to, I think it's Green River Lakes, and we're going to camp there, have a couple of days there. I'm not sure if we'll have any signal or not, but we will see. It should be really, really beautiful, and I think there's a nice hike that Tim wants to go on before we continue our journey down into Colorado. But hopefully I'll be able to get the sweater vest done in the next couple of days, because I don't want this video to keep going on and on forever, but I want you to see the finished result. So we'll be waiting, hopefully be able to finish that. But anyway, we'll get on with the day. Hello, good afternoon. We are now by the lake and it is absolutely beautiful and the sun is out and it is so nice and warm. But we did not end up at Green River Lake because we got to the bit where it kind of turned into the gravel road for 19 miles. And then we found out that there is a big fire around the area, so we did not manage to go there. But a very nice lady there suggested around here, so we are now at Half Moon Lake and we're staying at the campsite and we've got a spot right by this little beach which is so nice, and we've just had lunch. We're chilling by the lake now. I'm going to do a bit of my crochet. I'll show you how far I've got with my Yvette vest. It's kind of looking a bit more like a vest now. It's got a bit more length to it, which is good, but I just need a few more rows, I think, and then I can do the border and work on the other extra bits. I'm excited about that project. Maybe I'll get it done, I'm not sure. I think that's optimistic though. We'll probably go for a paddleboard in a bit and maybe a swim because it's so nice and warm, which is a crazy contrast from this morning when I was in every single layer that I possibly could be in. Now I'm just in a little top. So yeah, it's really nice, and we didn't sleep very well last night because Tim was out doing his astro, so it'd be really nice just to have a relaxing day by the lake, so I'm super happy about it, even though our plans have changed. So I think it's looking really cute. It looks really nice with these shorts actually. It's quite cropped at the minute. I don't know how much it's gonna stretch out though because it's cotton and it's pretty heavy, so it's definitely gonna stretch. So I don't know if I need that many more rows actually. Well, it is quite cropped, but I think things that are cropped suit me better than things that are longer just because I have quite a short torso and long legs and wide hips. So if I have anything too long, it just kind of hugs my hips or is just way too baggy and isn't what I'm going for. So I think cropped is definitely the way for me. So I think maybe a couple more rows. I'm not sure. I will get Tim's opinion on it. But yeah, isn't it looking cute? It's very summery actually, this yellow and white, even though it's probably meant to be more of an autumn thing. But anyway, loving it. It'll have a turtleneck on, so that'll definitely make it less summery in at least style. But colour-wise, definitely more of a spring-summer look. But anyway. Good morning. Yesterday we had the perfect relaxing afternoon. We went out on the paddleboard, we played some games, I did a lot of crochet, and I made pizza for us for dinner, which was really nice. I'll show you the updates on my crochet in a minute. That was just the perfect afternoon, and then we ended up going to sleep at like 9:30 because we were both so tired and didn't wake up until about 8:30 this morning, which was really, really nice and needed. Now we've had breakfast and I've been out for a paddle, about to go in the shower. And I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing today. We're going to do a bit of driving somewhere towards Denver, which we need to be there by Monday. But between now and then, I'm not sure what we're going to do, but we will find out. But yeah, this place has just been perfect for what we needed, especially as it was the second choice for us. So yeah, I'm gonna shower and then I will show you where I'm up to on the Yvette vest. So this is where I've got up to with the Yvette vest. As you can see, I've done the waistbandy bit here, and I am just starting to work on the collar bit, which is going to be a turtleneck. So it'll fold over like this. Basically, I just have quite a short one, partly because I like the look, but also a big part of it was because this is how much of the creamy colour that I have left. I've got another like tiny little ball that I took off when I frogged it, but it's pretty small. I've got another yarn which is basically exactly the same colour that I'll probably be able to use for the armholes if I haven't got enough, but I'm really hoping I've got enough of this exact one for the turtleneck. because otherwise I think it'll look a little bit obvious. Hoping it'll work out okay. I think literally just for the, I don't know what it's called, the kind of the binding bit around the arms, it'll be fine to be a different yarn. You won't even notice. I'll do 2 stripes of this one and then 1 stripe of the white anyway, so you won't notice that, hopefully. We will see, but yeah, that is how it's looking so far, like a proper sweater vest, which is exciting. I'm hoping I can get it done maybe today or tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. So this is what it is currently looking like on, because this bit is a little bit tighter. The whole thing is meant to kind of tuck under. Here is the back of it. But yeah, I haven't done the bits around the arms here, which, to be honest, may still be, even though I redid it, quite long, quite like maybe too big, I don't know. And I could also probably have made it less wide around this bit, to be honest. I probably chain too much at the armholes, but I wasn't really sure. I think if I made it again, I would definitely do that and make the armholes again even smaller. But I am really happy with it, and I'm pretty excited to see what it looks like with the turtleneck on. I don't often wear like sleeveless stuff, so I'm not 100% sure how to style it. The girl who made the pattern styles it with just like a little kind of short sleeve baby tee underneath. I don't have any coloured little tees that would look good under this. I've got a navy and a lilac, but I don't think either of them would look that good. And then the 2 white tops that I have are quite big and baggy, so I also don't think that would look good underneath it. I'm not really sure. So if you wear sweater vests, please let me know how to style this nicely. I might wait and see how some of the others testers style it so I can have some tips or whatnot. But yeah, no, I still think it looks really cute, and I really, really am happy with the colour choice that I've made. I know I've said that a lot, but I really, really like it. So yeah, any tips on styles though, please let me know. And I'm just going to get on with the collar. Well, I'm going to tidy up in here, and then I'm going to get on with the collar while Tim is on the paddleboard and having a shower. So we'll catch up in a bit. Good evening. It's now like about, let me check. So it's now 7:30. We didn't get to the campsite until at least 7 o'clock, and it's basically gone pitch black now already. We've spent the whole day driving, and I'm pretty exhausted. Thankfully, Tim and I got to share the driving today. It's normally me doing most of it, but because it was such a big day of driving, we shared it, and that really, really helped. I'm very grateful for him for driving today, but I am still exhausted. It's quite long. I'm not used to the long drives, as I've said before, I'm sure. But anyway, I'm now cooking dinner. I'm going to use the leftover chorizo from the pizza yesterday, and I'm going to make like a chorizo pasta kind of thing. This chorizo is a little weird. It's very weird and sloppy. I'm pretty sure like real meat chorizo is quite like a firm, dry thing, but this is like wet slop. I mean, it works nicely in the pan, and it tastes good, but it is a weird texture. You can't like slice it like you probably could with normal chorizo. But anyway, I am excited for that. While we were doing the dump and also filling up petrol, I did get a little bit of my turtleneck done, but not really much, not enough to bother showing you. So while the pasta cooks, I'm going to do a little bit of crochet, and we will see how the evening goes, but I just want to sleep. So I finished the Yvette vest, which is very exciting. Let me show you it quickly. I am super happy with it. I think it's so cute. As I've said many of times, I really love the moss stitch pattern on it. I think it's really cute. The turtleneck is lovely. I really like how big I have gone with it. It's kind of more of a discreet, smaller turtleneck, which I am really liking. I love the way that the pattern writes the armhole bits and also the bottom of it. I've gone for quite a short cropped fit because I think that is what suits my body shape best, but I'm super excited by it, so I hope you all like it. It has been 2 videos long. I'm not even sure how long I've been working on it, but I started it in Waterton Lakes National Park in Canada, and we are now in the Rocky Mountains National Park. I haven't shown anything from that. I finished this a couple of days ago, and then we took some photos of it yesterday, which I'll show you in a bit, with some stunning autumnal leaves, really yellow trees, which was beautiful. And now we've come here to the Rocky Mountains, which is where we're going to be next. But yeah, we've been to a lot of national parks in between. If you haven't seen the first part of this, go back and watch that. We're in Waterton Glacier and then the first half of Yellowstone. And then this has been the last half of Yellowstone Tetons and then a little bit extra of Wyoming since then, just so I could finish this vest. But now it is finished. If you like it, please give a thumbs up. I create lots of videos like this kind of weekly, but depends on when I have signal on when I post, but vaguely weekly, maybe. But yeah, if you have enjoyed it, please subscribe and I will see you in the next video. Bye!